What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here live from Mercer University Five-Star Stadium ahead of the GIAA State Championships, and I am with Big Rich. We have a fantastic preview show in store for you, and man, look at this beautiful location. I love coming here to Macon every single time we host one of the state championships, whether it be soccer or baseball or football, basketball. Big Rich, we were there last night. We'll talk about those state championships, but how are you doing? Can you believe it? State championships are already here.
Yeah, and what a facility we are at. Five-Star Stadium. It was built in 2013 when Mercer built their football program back up. And this is the home of the two-time SoCon champions, Mercer, which is playing Auburn tomorrow. And that's why we're here. It's because this stadium is available and it's back as it was here in 2023. And we are excited to be here for the 1A and the 3A today and the 2A and 4A state championships tomorrow for the GIAA.
Pacelli, 4 consecutive state championships. We'll talk about that. We'll also preview tonight's games. We have 3 teams that we cover in our area that are playing, and we also have Central also locally in the area that is playing in the playoffs. We'll preview those. We'll talk about what else we've done this week, what we got coming up tomorrow, and then looking forward to next week for Thanksgiving. We got some special shows, a couple basketball games, so still a lot in store for you, plus high school football playoffs we're going to be getting into as well. The Houlihan's highlight of the week winner, Richard, we had it, and who was that?
Well, the one where they had the most votes was the Jayla Todd buzzer beater.
And she was the winner, which is Hardaway. So congratulations. Yeah. The reason I wanted you to do it because you were on the call. You deserve it. And so congratulations to J-Bug, they call her, Jayla Todd, on getting the game winner, and Harris Hardaway taking down Smith Station in that classic.
Yeah, what a game. Hardaway had 2 starters out, and they were able to get the win. Right now, they are currently 2-1. They're playing Northside tonight. That's going to be a big game. Coach Kelly Ellison going up against Coach Jarquella Woods.
Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting game at Northside.
All right, Richard. Why are we here? Well, because the GIAA hosts their state championships. Last night was at Mount LaSalle's High School here at Mount LaSalle's Academy, part of the GIAA. That's where the 8-man football state championships were at. Flag football and all-star game. Well, in the 8-man, a rematch of last year's state championship, Sherwood Christian won their 23rd consecutive game. They have won 33 of their last 34 games, played in 3 consecutive state championships, and now are back-to-back champions. Congratulations to them. But locally, it was awesome, Richard. We were both on the call for it. Zach Cochran, and it just seems like every year the Pacelli Vikings are winning at GIAA state championships. The GIAA started flag football 4 years ago. Pacelli has won every state championship. That trophy knows no other home other than the Vikings. What a performance. Gamora Jones was great. Ward's defensively was lights out. What were your thoughts after Pacelli, in a really tough battle against Mount DeSales, comes up with a victory and finished 19-1 on the year?
Well, Coach Cochran's team's just plug and play. They lost a lot of key contributors from last year's team, but when you have Gamora Jones, KK Jackson, and Camp able to just get it done, and the defense holding Mount DeSales to 0 points. It was 14-0. They got that touchdown to put it away, and a rare feat that is hard to do in high school sports, winning 4 straight. We've seen Thompson do it in football.
Yep.
Bowden might do it today, this week, as far as football for Georgia. So congratulations to Coach Cochran, able to get 4 straight flag football championships.
He has built a powerhouse. They reload every single year, and he is, I think, the best flag football coach we have in our area. He's done it the most consistent. He is one of the 4 pioneers of bringing it to the area. He understands it, and he deserves his flowers. Congratulations to Zach Cochran and those Lady Vikings on winning another state championship. And we were glad to be there on the call. You can go back on our Instagram and Facebook. I was able to catch up with Zach, and it was like business as usual for him.
Yeah.
He wasn't too excited because he does it every year. But this year's schedule, only losing 1 game, beating 7-8 teams like Pope, Lovejoy, also beating Milton, the number 1 team or number 2 team in the entire state. I credit Coach Cochran playing a tough-nosed schedule, a national schedule, and they're a top 25 team, I think, in the country. All right, Richard, we have some big-time playoff games that are coming up here that we're going to talk about. But here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we have some good basketball games this week. Calvary was able to beat Springwood. Kendrick took Brookstone to the Woodhouse and just laid the beat down. Noah Harris, I'm telling you, sleep on that guard all you want.
Yeah,
Kendrick
he's good.
is my surprise team this year. Andres Dodson may have win 20 games this year. I'm telling you. I know a lot of hype was surrounded about Shaw. Shaw's going to be really good, but I've been really impressed with the Kendrick Cherokees, Richard. And how about Glenwood taking down Opelika? The Gators keep winning on the road. The girls, the boys have not played yet, obviously, with the football team still playing, but we got basketball going on. CVCC girls won. Congratulations to them as well.
Chaco
also. We were able to see Chatco and Russell County. You were there for that, Richard. Russell County girls keep rolling, Mackenzie Word. But Chatco boys, Richard, they may be the number 2 team in our area.
I think so. They look
them
fantastic.
and Carver would be a great matchup. And I'm telling you, Chatco may be number 2. Now, Pacelli's on another level, but Chatco is the real deal. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, Glenwood on the road, quarterfinals, trying to make it to the semis. We got Central hosting the semis against Thompson. That's usually a state championship matchup. We also got Auburn Opelika that we can kind of talk about a little bit too as we're deep into the playoffs. We got Carver hosting against Stevens County. And then we got Brookstone taking on Stratford tomorrow night for the state championships. We're going to preview all those live from Mercer, 5-Star Stadium, ahead of the GIAA championship matches, where you can watch all of them for $39.99, Richard, which for these 4 games, $39.99, that's $10. That is cheaper than a ticket than actually coming to the game.
It's a deal.
And you get access to all the games. You need to watch them. You need to get the bundle. You're supporting the kids. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your...
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports
Christmas closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the show. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Big Rich, Thrift Behringer. Thank y'all so much for tuning in live from Mercer. We were at Statesboro last year, Richard. I was at Mercer the year before that in 2023. We've enjoyed our partnership with the GIAA and being able to be the voices for the last couple of years, Richard, and it's been a lot of fun. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. First up, let's start with the Gators. They're on the road to Southside Selma. 12-0 is Southside, 54 points a game. They got a guy that's thrown for close to 5,000 yards, 55 touchdowns. They got a receiver. They got multiple receivers that have caught over multiple touchdowns. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be the toughest team that Glenwood has faced so far this year. But they have had tests before on the road, Richard. Remember, they played Wadley really tough. A 1A powerhouse who's undefeated and got the longest winning streak in the state of Alabama. They also played Valley really tough on the road. They lost both those games, but battled and either had a lead late in the game or relinquished the lead late in the game. And then they won on the road against Randolph County, Lee Scott, Sylacauga. This team's battle-tested. They know how to win. They know how to respond if they get punched in the mouth. I'm not doubting the Gators. Now, I know Southside Selma is the favorite, but there's something about this Gators team. They love playing with each other. The coaching staff's got so much great continuity. The defense has only given up 17 points in 2 playoff games this year. The last 5, they've been absolutely sensational. Trey Clarity's come on great as quarterback. They got Stanley, who's got close to 30 touchdown passes this year. That 2-quarterback system is working for Ryan Nelson. I got the Gators winning. Take them to the semifinals. 3 straight wins, 11th win this year. It's been an historic season for the Glenwood Gators. Nobody thought they were going to do this. Everybody doubted them. I know I didn't. I got Gators taking down Southside. What's your thoughts on the game, Richard?
Why not Glenwood? They're one of the 8 teams remaining, and a lot of Alabama riders didn't even have them in their top 10 poll. I think that they really set the tone. Last week, beating a very good Trinity Presbyterian team convincingly, 40-7. I think that silenced a lot of critics. And I think that this team has the swagger, they have the moxie to get a big win on the road. And if they happen to get by Southside Selma, they would be hosting a semifinal matchup at the Swamp next week.
All right, Richard. Now let's talk about another game in Alabama. Russell County, remember, lost last week. So the only other game in Alabama is Central. They host Thompson. Man, you're talking about a massive matchup. We can't avoid it. It's huge. It's a rematch of the state championship. They played each other like 5 times in the last couple of years. This time a semifinal. I just don't think anyone's beating this Central team. I think this team is going to get Pat Nix his 3rd state championship. I got the Red Devils winning it again, but it's the number 1 game, I think, in the state, and maybe the number 1 game in the Southeast. Then you got Auburn Opelika playing in the other semifinal. I got Auburn Central in a state championship.
It's huge.
That is unbelievable if that does happen.
Yeah.
Heck, Opelika Central will be pretty incredible too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you thinking on both those games?
Well, I'm in the same mindset, Thrift. I think it's going to be Central and Auburn in the state championship, which they recreated the bracket to where now Central is not only playing Thompson, they're hosting Thompson at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Might be one of the biggest games in Central history, but that's neither here or there. But we got to talk about the quarterback, Bobby Coleman. He is the younger brother of Cam Coleman. And Jaden Woodhouse, that's the running back to watch out for. And then Tristan Lyles is just a terror on defense. We talk about Tristan Givens over at Carver. Tristan Lyles, just as elite as Tristan Givens. And I think that Central, which Thompson has got the best of Central the past couple of years, with the exception of that state championship Central won back in 2023 with Andre Alford and Cam Coleman. Yeah. But this Central team, I think they got what it takes. And they got the home field advantage at Garrett Harrison Stadium.
Let's go! Can't wait for
Come
that
on.
one. We're going to be keeping up with it, Richard. All right, let's go to Georgia. Carver hosts Stevens County. Stevens County able to come back and take down Chris. We really wanted that Justin Newman
I know.
Chris versus Carver.
What a comeback by
Carver
Stevens
wins
County.
this by 30 points.
I think so,
I don't think
too.
it's close. I think it's over at halftime.
I think so too. A lot of the experts in Georgia high school football believes Carver's going to win this by 4 touchdowns.
Now, give me Carver Callaway next week, and I'll be on the call for
Sign
that.
me up for that. Callaway's got to get past Thompson first because that's going to be on the road. Thompson is the 6th seed. But I think Carver moves on to the semifinals. I'm kind of scoreboard watching, seeing what Rockmart does. Hopefully, if somebody knocks off Rockmart, Carver's going to be hosting the semifinal. But,
all right.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. NFHS Network, Carver, Stevens County.
All right, and the other game, which is tomorrow, Brookstone is taking on Stratford. Rematch earlier in the season. Stratford won 41-14. Now, they are without their star running back, Tyler Stevens. But Stratford's really well coached. They got a great defense. But something about this season with the Cougars, they seem like a team of destiny. Ian Headley in year 1 has come in and taken the GIAA in our area by storm. He has won both his playoff games, 40-7, 13-0 at FPD at Pacelli. He's got the Cougars within 1 game of a state championship, 10-2 on the year, the most wins they've had in the last 10 years. What a season for the Cougars. What a ride it's been. They need to be able to clinch. They got a big opportunity. I think the defense led by Harrison Baker, Savon Kelly, Colton Jordan, Charlie Peak, A.J. Hayes are going to be stout. They're not going to allow Stratford to get anything going with the run game. It's going to rely on their quarterback. And I think the Broughton Branch wins the battle of quarterbacks. He makes the necessary plays in a tightly contested back-and-forth game. I think they win this one, Richard, 17-14. Cougars win their first ever state championship in school history.
I think this is going to be a defensive battle, and whoever has the ball last. I think is going to win this game.
You're going to be here tomorrow for that, aren't you, Rich?
Give me Jimmy Hunter on a game-winning field goal for Brookstone to win their first ever state championship. And just a side note, Stratford has not won a state championship since 2004. Something's got to give. Somebody is going to
And they made it, remember, 3 years ago in 2022, and they lost to?
Pacelli, 10-0.
Well, can Brookstone do the same
Brookstone
thing?
do the
right
same?
Here on
Yeah.
this field, 6 o'clock. You can only watch the game, though, on GIAA.tv. You got to pay the fee, but it's worth the cost of admission. We got multiple camera angles, replay. We got the ultimate preview. We got great color with Mike Frost. We got Dave Platter. We got Richard Holdridge, myself. We're all going to be here tomorrow going all out for what should be a fantastic broadcast, and we cannot wait for that. We cannot wait to give you all the updated scores. We'll have those put up tomorrow morning, as we always do on Saturdays, Big Rich. Don't forget, we don't have anything Saturday, nothing Sunday. Next week, we got maybe a coach's show here, there, Rich. We got some basketball, CVCC, Brookstone, anything else that maybe we can pick up. We'll have a live show from Glenn Smith and from Valley Hospitality's Hampton North. And then we will also have a Thanksgiving show. And if Carver wins, we'll be broadcasting on the NFHS Network. And by the way, Noah Shelton on the call for Glenwood with Matt Melton, Chris Gates, Lewis Sanville. They're driving up to Southside Selma again for the NFHS Network, but it's a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast. And we're doing the same thing. We got Mike Peacock, Austin Allen on the call, Ricky Rogers, Austin Hicks, part of the production team. They will be on again on the NFHS Network. Any other final thoughts locally? What's going on around the area, Richard, before we get out of here? Because we got to go prep for this first game, which is Robert Toombs and Edmund Burke. It's a rematch of last year's 1A state championship.
Yeah, I want to make mention, Troup County's on the road against Cairo, LaGrange on the road against North Hall, and Lynette is on the road taking on Luverne. So good luck to those teams as well as they try to make deep runs in the state playoffs.
Troup County, we're cheering them on.
Yep.
They got a big game against Jefferson, correct?
Well, Cairo
on
the
the
road. Jefferson is actually, if Jefferson wins, they could possibly face Jefferson in the next
I
round.
apologize. Troup will be on the road at Cairo. Cairo comes in 9-2, but I like Troup County getting a big win, Richard. We're cheering for them. LaGrange and Callaway, we're cheering for all our schools up there as they're going to be start becoming a part of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live family. So we'll have those scores to give you up-to-date information on what's happening around the area. Thank y'all so much for watching. We even had our first wrestling match last week. We'll drop on our show our new flag football rankings. You already know who's going to be number 1, but who's going to be 2 and 3. GHSA has their playoffs starting soon as regular season wrapping up. Columbus, Shaw, Northside, all 3 of those teams.
Jordan made the playoffs.
Can make deep playoff runs this year, so we look forward to that. All right, Richard, we got to go get ready. We're live from 5-star GIAA State Championships. They're coming up soon on GIAA.tv from Thrift Behringer. Richard Holdridge, thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.